What's up, y'all? No Joe Coward coming at you live from Winchester, Virginia, my hometown. What's going on, everybody? Just real quick before I get started on the video, if you're gonna send me an email that says when you first see my videos and you think that my content has little substantial value and is just pure nonsense, and then go on to say, well, on second thought I like you, go fuck yourself. Don't ever email me again. How about that? How about that? Anyways, I digress. So, in this video, I want to talk a bit about... I gotta talk about black people, man. You know me, right? You know me, right? But as a white man with my white male privilege, I just want to make a disclaimer. I like everybody. Everybody's fantastic. Yes. So, I actually want to talk about growing up and kind of having this resentment towards black people and Latinos. And I want to explain myself here. So please have a seat. Get your fucking popcorn. Get your fucking Kool-Aid. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Get your taquitos. Okay, yeah, fucking said it. Alright, white people, get your tuna casserole. Alright, anyways. I digress. Let me get to the fucking point. So, from the time I was a little baby till I was 9 years old, I lived in Florida. I lived in Kissimmee, I lived in Orlando, and then we moved to Broward County, Florida, and we lived just outside of Fort Lauderdale. And obviously, especially in Broward County, it was very racially diverse. You know, we had a lot of Cubans, Puerto Ricans, Puerto Ricans, gotta work on that. And Cubans, we had blacks, we had whites, not many Asians growing up. I didn't really know a lot of Asian kids, just a lot of Latinos, a lot of blacks, a lot of whites, and yeah, it was cool. It was great because like most of my friends were like all Latino. They were like some black kids from the Caribbean, from America, a lot of Latino friends. I'm getting way the fuck off track. Let me get to the fucking point again. Anyways, when I was 9 years old, in December of 1997, our family moved from very ethnically diverse South Florida to Warren County, Virginia. We moved to Front Royal, Virginia. Now, for those of you who don't know about Front Royal, it's a very small town in Virginia. It's like the heroin capital of Virginia now. One of the most beautiful areas in Virginia, but the town itself is a fucking shit show. It is a shit show. So, I moved there when I was about 9 years old, and from the time I was about 9 to the time I was about 13, the black kids and the white kids and the Latino... Now there weren't a lot of Latinos when I was younger, but once I got older and moved to Winchester, there were more. And I'm going to get to that later in the video. I was cool with black kids. Like, I had a lot of black friends. And I remember this one guy in particular, and I'm not going to say, like, his last name or anything, but his name was Devin. His name was Devin. And he had a lot of cousins and a lot of brothers. Not brothers, but brothers in that area that were just his family. So it was a pretty big family. And shit. Okay. So one day, Devin and I were playing on the playground, and he looks at me and he goes, "Are we friends?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, we're friends, of course." And I was like happy. I was like, "Yeah, he's my friend." And it wasn't like, "Oh, he's my black friend." It was not like that. That didn't even register with me. Like, yeah, like I knew he was black, like I knew he looked different than my family, but he was just my friend. I enjoyed playing with him. Like, we'd play house with all the other kids, or cops and rob. You know how kids are, hide and seek, just kid shit. It was great. And I recall I had many friends, white, black, or whatever, but it all changed when I got to middle school. We all hit puberty. Like, I was around 13. All the other boys and girls, they were starting to develop, and they just started changing as people. And I don't know what it was, but like the second I went to middle school and junior high, dude, like literally almost every single black kid. Let's say, for example, there was like, maybe the school had like 1,000 kids. Maybe 200 were black. Maybe. Like 175 of them, they just turned, and they all just became like assholes towards the white kids. Like I'm dead serious. Like, this is true shit, man. And granted, a lot of the white kids were racist towards them too. So I can understand why the black kids maybe had some resentment towards white people because it's a majority white area, small country town. We got a big history of slavery and racism here in Virginia. So I get it. But the fact that I was so cool with so many of the black kids, and like I would go to his house, he would come to my house. Our parents knew each other, like we were friends. And then all of a sudden, it's like a dog turning on you. It's like when a pit bull turns on you and starts biting you out of nowhere. And then at a young age, when I was like 13, I just started copping this resentment towards black people, like all black people, just because my friends turned on me and they would only hang out with the other black kids. And like, you know, like I'd be walking down the hall, for example, and then be a couple of them walking up, a couple of them being black kids. And they, you know, they they try to like get me to flinch, like they try to punk me, and they would just all laugh amongst each other because I'd be like, oh shit, you know, there's like 3 of them, and I'm just minding my business, and all of a sudden I got that going on, and I just couldn't believe it, man. And you know, there were many instances where black kids would they would fight other black kids, but when they fought a white kid, it was totally different. Like, they'd all gang up on the white kid. They'd be sucker punching, coming up from behind, doing that knockout game shit. And it just made me, like, I don't want to say hate them, but it just gave me this idea, like, black people don't even have emotions. Like, that's what I thought as a kid. I'm like, they don't even have feelings, man. Like, they're not even people. Like, they just turned on me just because I'm a white guy. Like, they just turned on me like a fucking animal. So I'm like, man, so like for years, I'm like, I don't hate black people. I wouldn't put it like that, but like, I just had this, I wouldn't call it fear either. Like, I wasn't scared. It was just more like, I wasn't comfortable around. I'm just like, man, like, what are they gonna do? Like they're gonna be talking to me, and then the next second they're just gonna be throwing punches in my face, you know, and then ganging up on me. So I was just like, man, I don't trust black people at all, dude. Like, they fucking worry me. I don't want to be around them. And you know, most of my friends were white. Well, pretty much all of them were. And I'm gonna seal this story up here in a minute, and I'm gonna explain myself. So fucking relax, everybody. Don't get all upset. And then, you know, something else that comes to mind is this: were the Latinos. Now, I moved to Winchester, Virginia, which is where I am now, and that's maybe about a half hour away from the other town, Front Royal, that I'm talking about, or that I was talking about. And I went to high school here. So like 10th grade to my senior year, I went to high school here, and I've been here ever since. Well, I've actually been all around the world, but you guys know what I'm saying. In the same house here. And I remember I used to sit by myself at lunch. At least, well, actually for most of my 10th grade year, I sat by myself because I was the new kid. And I had like this attitude or whatever, you know, I was a kid, whatever. And sometimes other tables would come up and be like, hey, you wanna come sit with us, man? You're sitting here by yourself. And I'd be like, no, I just want to sit here by myself. And they thought it was weird. They're like, oh, okay, man. So I was kind of like that wild card kid in high school. People were like, what the fuck's up with this guy? Like, is he cool? Is he crazy? Is he dangerous? And I think I was all 3. I was cool, crazy, and dangerous, because I was, man. I was definitely kind of a loose cannon, but I was cool. I was cool to everybody, pretty much. And we got this new kid. His name was Oscar. Oscar. I'm not going to say his last name. He was Guatemalan. He was half Mexican, half Guatemalan. Whatever. Guatemalan? Like I'm all Latino now. Yeah, mami, mamacita. Mamacita es muy bueno. And he was sat. He sat with me every day. Like, out of all the people he could have sat with, he sat with me. It was cool. And he would, you know, like, he'd bring like his grandma would make like some delicious Guatemalan food, and he'd bring it to me and share it with me at lunchtime. And we'd talk about, you know, we'd tell stories. He'd talk about growing up where he grew up, and he was cool, man. Like, he was my friend. And like, every morning before class, like, we'd hang out. We'd, you know, just shoot the shit or whatever. We'd have laughs and jokes and talk to the other kids. And then there was one table, because we did have some like El Salvadorian kids in the school, like some Latinos. Like, there weren't a whole lot, but there were some, and they all sat together. And fair enough, like, I get it. You know, maybe you feel more comfortable amongst each other. That's fine. I mean, kind of, but not really, because they were actually pretty racist especially towards the white kids. And that's just a fact. They just were. And so one day, I'm sitting by myself, and then he walks up to me with his lunch tray, and he's like, hey, man, sorry, man, but I'm gonna start sitting over there now. And I'm just like, and I look and it's like all the Latino guys, and I'm just like, all right, man, all right, dude, and I'm just like, all right, man, well, take care, and then we literally like never talk again until we graduate. I mean, like, it was the next 3 years or whatever at that school. Like, we never really talk again, and it made me resent the Latinos. And there was another instance where the next year there was the Latino table, and I knew one kid. His name was Luis. In fact, he used to live in that house right there, right next door to me. And he was really nice, and he was like the only one there that was cool with me. So I go up and sit there at the table, and he's introducing me to all his friends. He's like, hey, that's Hector. He's from like Guatemala. This is Alfredo. He's Honduran. Hey, it's my buddy. He's Mexican. Blah 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 blah. And this boy, his name was Alfredo, and he was like the little like cholo whatever kid. He was a fucking prick, man. Fucking asshole. And then he just gets up. He gets up from the table. He's like, nah, man, I ain't trying to do this, man. I ain't give a fuck, dog. Hey, dog, I don't give a fuck, dog. You know what I'm saying, man? And he gets up and he just walks away, and I'm just like, man, like, you are racist as fuck, dude. Like, fuck you guys. So I get up and do my own thing, man. And it just like I took Spanish class, and that boy Oscar, he was in there, and he would call white kids crackers. He'd be like, man, shut the fuck up, fucking cracker. Like with his little like Mexican accent or whatever. He'd be like going all cholo on the white kids. Like, out of nowhere. It was like he was trying to impress all the other Latinos. Like, hey guys, look how down I am, man. Look how down I am with y'all. I'm gonna call these white guys crackers, and I'll fight with them if they want to fight me. And it was kind of the same with the black kids. Now, maybe it's because we were all young, we were pumped with testosterone, we wanted to all prove ourselves, we had the ego. Like, any guys watching this video right now, like, you know how it is to be a young man. Like, you always feel like you got something to prove. You want all the other guys to know how bad you are and how tough you are, and that you're down with your fucking homies or whatever. It's stupid. I never had any homies in high school. I was just like one of those guys that just I would kind of talk to anybody, like, as long as we were cool. I didn't give a fuck what color you were, like where you're from or whatever. And, so, what the fuck else I have in my notes here? So, yeah, it just basically made me kind of racist a bit. Because, like, I couldn't help it. Like, how could I not be? Like, these people were my friends, the Latinos, the black kids, like, they were cool with me. And then all of a sudden, they turn on me and they don't want to talk to me anymore just because I'm a white guy? Like, they're, like, you're a racist. You are. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, there's this thing where, oh, well, only white people are racist because they hold the most of the power. But black people and Latinos, like, they can't be racist. They can only be prejudiced. Well, if you're treating me differently because of my race and you think you're better because of yours, that's racism. Racism comes in all forms, man. It comes from all types of people. So... But let me talk about what changed the game for me. What changed the game for me was this. Moving to Atlanta, Georgia. Now, as y'all know, Atlanta's chocolate city, chocolate central. And I can honestly tell you that, I mean, 99% of the experiences I had with black people in Atlanta, 99% were all positive. They were all positive. Very awesome. I never, no one was ever like, oh, what the fuck you looking at, white boy? Man, you a bitch, dog. I never got that at all. Like, I was the white boy. My best friend Josh and I, we lived in a black neighborhood for a while. We worked in downtown. We worked with an all black and Latino kitchen staff. We were the only two white boys up in there. And they were cool as fuck, man. And I guess what it was, maybe it's the small town thing. Like, maybe in small towns, racism is a little more alive, whereas in the bigger cities like Atlanta, even in DC where I live, in Portland where I live, people were just cool, man. And I guess I'm just making this video I'm just simply telling a story, just for entertainment value. Maybe some of y'all can take something from this, but it really hurt my feelings, man, when I was friends with these people. And I wanted to hang out with them, like I wanted to do shit with them, and then all of a sudden, once we started hitting puberty and our voices started changing, our dick started growing, it's like everybody, it was like prison. It was like prison. Like, you had the black kids sitting there, you had the white kids kind of everywhere, because it was mostly white town, and then you had the Latinos at their table, and it's like they wanted, like the Latinos, for example, like they wanted their whole circle to know that they were only down with the Latinos. The black kids wanted to be only down with the black kids, and they all wanted to, like, uniformly, whatever, that's a word, fuck you, it's a fucking word. They wanted to stick with each other and, like, ride or die, man. You know what I'm saying? So it was just fucking retarded to me, man. But now that I'm 28, I'm much older, more mature, man. I've been all around the world. Well, not all around. I've been to Cambodia, Thailand. I've been all around America, man. All different types of areas, man. And areas, dude. And I mean, I'm pretty much cool with anybody. And you know, but occasionally, I see these like Latino families here where I live. And it's like, I'll be driving by or whatever, and I'll wave, and they'll look at me like, what the fuck you looking at? It's like, you motherfuckers want to be accepted and be treated the same, but yet you're gonna be an asshole because I'm a white guy. Like, I'm trying to be nice to you, man. Like that's not smart. That's not smart, dude. Just at least be nice, man. So, anyways, dude, I just thought I'd talk about that. Like, I was mowing the lawn, as you guys can see our beautiful lawn here. I was mowing this shit like 3 days ago, and our next door neighbors right there, they're black. They're black people. And I was out mowing my lawn, and I have a shaved head. I had my shirt off, and I have tattoos, and I was wearing boots, and I was wearing like camo shorts. So what do you think I look like to a lot of black people and Latinos? What do you think I look like? I look a skinhead, right? Now, if you're going to be judging me for how I look, for my race and my build and my tattoos, I'm sorry. I'm just going to have to take a knee here. Who's the racist? Oh, it's you. You are doing what you think I am, right? You fucking idiot. So I'm mowing my lawn, and the lady's driving by, and she waves at me, but she does it for like a second. And then she puts her hand down and looks away like, oh shit, like that dude looks racist. And I could see it in her face. She looked genuinely scared of me, like she did. Now, I'm not saying black people are scared of me like that. Like, I don't want that. That's not what I want. But like, she waved at me, and then she's like, oh shit, like that's a skinhead. I fucking know the look, man. I've been around. I know the look. Now, granted, it happens to black, it happens to Latino, where you look at them like, oh, it looks like a cholo, oh, it looks like a gangbanger. But they're just a regular guy, just like me. So, look, we're all racist sometimes. We all prejudge people. I get it. I'm just sharing my story, my personal experience. Anyways, I hope you all took something from that. I hope it was at the very least entertaining.
If you guys want to send me any video ideas, any fan questions, that's nojokestriking at gmail.com. Bitches, putos, putos.
Anyways, guys, I'm fucking retarded. I know it. Check me out on Instagram. Check me out on Facebook. I got all my Instagram and social media contacts in the description box below. You can all go fuck your mothers. You can all go fuck your madres. Fuck your mamas. Yeah, I said it. Crazy ass white boy. Peace.